Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Tuesday, here at MadWorldTarot. I have the Soulless Tarot on the tarot table, a very dark tarot. We're dealing with some quite dark topics today that come from Bookworm 2 and her channel and her sources. They're all rumors, they're all allegedly type of stories, so we have to say that at the outset. But she says her sources tell her that lawyers who work for Harry and Meghan are quite worried that they're going to get themselves involved or find themselves involved in some legal situations that Harry and Meghan are entangled in currently. And this story that I'm looking at now is to do with Harry and an alleged situation with a woman and some hush money that was paid to her, as far as I understand it, out of Archewell funds. I could have that wrong. The hush money, as far as I can recall, was about $700,000. And according to these sources, Archewell is possibly being investigated by the IRS and possibly some other agencies as well for various problems, financial whatevers, shall we just say. So there is a story about this woman that allegedly maybe wasn't treated very well, and I'm using euphemisms here, and was paid off. And we've heard these kinds of stories before. It's interesting, all that stuff that was redacted in Harry's visa application. We don't know. There are rumors that jog him along these kinds of lines. We've looked at them before. And now it's got a financial angle to it that might be problematic. Allegedly, let's remind you, because it is a legal matter and it is potentially very serious, that this is just tarot, and this tarot is for fun and entertainment, and it is all my opinion and it is all speculation. I test the energy of these rumors here on this channel, see what the cards tell us. There is a disclaimer in the box below, and please read it. And please do your own homework and do your own research and form your own opinions about what might be going on. So this is the Harry story, according to these sources. I think we're good to go. A little 6-card reading. We're going to ask if there was a situation with a woman, if she was paid off, if Harry is being investigated, is he worried? Is he going to get away with it? At the moment, I think there's a great big bubble of protection over him. It shows up plenty when I do these readings. Let's see if anything is changing in the energy around him. 6-card reading with an underlying card. Let's see what we've got. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. That's teamwork. And apparently there are meetings. Apparently there's lots of toing and froing. Some quite serious toing and froing. And quite worried people. I don't think Harry and Meghan are particularly worried. It's not the energy that I'm getting off either of them, I have to say. And this team, the 3 of Pentacles, who look quite sinister, don't they? Wouldn't like to meet them in a haunted house. But the 3 of Pentacles, it is, as I say, a very dark tarot. The 3 of Pentacles is about a team. And so this is getting your team in place to deal with whatever has to be dealt with. It's not anxiety, it's not concern, it's just, okay, get the team together, deal with it. And I think they're quite used to saying things like that. The two, the darling duo in Montecito or wherever they are. So the situation, the heart of this reading, what are we dealing with? We're dealing with the 9 of Wands, and this card interestingly showed up in the previous reading that I did with this tarot deck just done. The 9 of Wands is about boundaries, is about ring fencing yourself, protecting yourself, walling yourself off, barricading yourself, separating yourself from trouble. It's in the 9 of Wands. Somebody is in trouble. You can see the fire coming for them, but they're protected. And so the team has been summoned. I think summoned is a very appropriate word, looking at those 3 charmers in that picture. to protect our hero in the Nine of Wands, and I'm being somewhat ironic. So was there a situation with a woman? Just using broad strokes to talk about the situation. I've got the Ten of Wands in reverse. That's a very difficult card. The Ten of Wands is burdens, heavy energy, something that's really troublesome, something that can really bring you down. Ten of Wands. We've got the Nine of Wands, and now we've got the Ten of Wands. I'm asking, was there a problem? The cards are telling me possibly there was a serious situation that the person involved, the male figure in that Ten of Wands, wanted to get rid of. Because the Ten of Wands, the burden gets heavier and heavier and heavier, and eventually the card flips over into the reverse. You put the burden down. You can't carry it anymore. You call the team in, make it go away. That's how I'm reading this energy. Of course, I do just read energy, and of course, it is just my opinion. So, was there a payment made to make the problem go away? Wow, I've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's in reverse. Now, in traditional tarot, an ace in reverse would be a no. But in these royal readings, when cards show up in reverse, one of the energies that I find coming through is secrecy. Things that we don't know about. So I've got a huge money card, Ace of Pentacles. An enormous money card that's in reverse, that there might have been. It's possible in the way that I interpret these cards and in the way the cards are showing up in this tarot reading. It's possible that there was a payment made on the QT that possibly has now been traced through, I don't know if they're forensic accountants or things like that involved. Who knows what's going on? These are all just rumors from unverified sources. So we have to make that very clear. It could all be innocent and it could all be absolute rubbish. But testing the energy of the story, and I'm getting an Ace of Pentacles, a big money card in the reverse. So that makes me suspicious as a tarot reader. Is Harry being investigated, or even is Archewell being investigated? Because of course it might have gone through Archewell and Harry's hands might be clean. Wasn't me, I didn't know anything about it, someone else did it. There's the team that might have made this go away. Is there an investigation? Is something going on? I'm getting the Ten of Cups. I'm getting that huge bubble of protection that I talked about. It's not even a bubble, it's an enormous dome of protection that is over Harry. Of course, he's the son of a king, a very powerful king, and there is the family. The royal family is showing up. The family portrait, there they are. Doesn't just look like the royal family. So I think that he's protected by that Ten of Cups. And I said in the previous reading, we were looking at a Meghan story. I said, I think she's being protected by association. Possibly if the association ended, she might be at risk. But currently, not so much. And that Ten of Cups tells me there is absolute protection around him. And we saw that in the visa case, all the redactions. And no, it's all private. And he's still got that visa that he's not really qualified for. But never mind, because Prince of the King of England. So that tells me I think he's okay. Is he worried about this at all? Does he think that, oh, here he is, King of Cups, he's shown up. Just does look like him, but with extra hair, doesn't it? And interestingly, horns growing out of his head. King of Cups, is he worried about it? No, not at all. Who is the King of Cups? The king we've been mentioning. It's has-been's face, but the status isn't has-been. The status is daddy. Daddy protecting darling boy. Dear boy is protected by the King of Cups. The water sign, the Scorpio, King Charles protecting the has-been. So, any trouble coming his way from this story? Is he going to get away with it? I've got the Temperance card in reverse. It might emerge that he has a bit of a problem with his temper with that card. The angel in that card, even though it doesn't look very angelic with its black wings, becomes the devil in reverse, the devil. And people say this, I think it was Lady C who was talking about Harry and how he can flip from really charming, really pleasant to a monster without any provocation, without any external sort of prompt or cause, and become a monster. It's showing in this card. It's showing that one minute he can be this angelic being, mild, good-natured, harmonious, pleasant, agreeable, turning suddenly without provocation into an absolute monster. That might be some sort of mental disorder. It might be even coming from family. We know that there are some quite strange behaviors in the Spencer side of things, and that might emerge at some stage. So it doesn't look as if he is going to get away with this entirely. What might emerge is some rumor or some news about him not being quite such a lovely person as he is portrayed, as he likes to portray himself. He, of course, was very happy to tell us how Prince William punched him, broke his necklace, and knocked him into the dog bowl. We could hear a whole lot worse about Harry with that card in the reverse, just about behaviors, about temper that really gets incredibly vicious, toxic kind of personality. It could have to do with substances, because the Temperance card is about moderation and in reverse excess. So it could be that when he's drunk or high or something like that, his personality really changes and there are some very dubious behaviors potentially around women. A woman hasn't shown up in this reading to saying, apart from those charmers there in the Three of Pentacles, the legal team, I would say. I don't know if there's women in the legal team. I haven't really noticed, but this is about Harry's energy, and this is about potentially a payment, the royal family protecting the king, particularly. Harry's not worried at all. Daddy will sort it out. Potentially in this energy, it's been sorted out before. I'm not sure if it's by Daddy or someone else, but I think that if there have been problematic behaviors in the past, they have been handled and they have been disappeared. And that Ten of Wands in reverse tells me very powerfully that something happened that became more and more difficult, and okay, now we need to get rid of it, we need to make it go away. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Rather nasty stories today, left me feeling quite ick, and I'm not seeing justice served, not yet, although this is interesting, that we might get news about this. We might even get news that there has to be some sort of drying out or rehab or something like that to deal with this, even if it's only to deal with it from a PR point of view. Oh, he spent an afternoon somewhere. Not, oh, he spent 6 months somewhere. Interesting energy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.